Hello grade 8! Welcome to an exploratory course in Mechanical Drafting 8. Join me today as we will going to study together Lesson 3, Interpret Working Plan and Sketches. Before we will going to proceed with our discussion, let me cite you first our lesson objectives. And that is, at the end of this lesson, students are expected to identify different alphabet of lines and its specific uses in drawings, sketch the different alphabet of lines, and lastly, value the significant uses of line alphabets in drawing. As a good start, let us have a guessing game first. Let us try to name the objects being sketched that will be shown in our next slide. Are you guys now ready? Can you identify the object that is being sketched in this picture? Yes, perfect! It is a camera. Now how about this picture?
Blender.
Yes, very good. It's a blender. How about this one?
Lampshade.
Very good. It's a lampshade. And for our last one?
Faucet.
Very good. You're all doing great. It's a faucet. Now, what have you observed in these drawings? Have you ever wondered how these drawings are being made?
They are all made up of lines.
Very good! All of these drawings are made up of lines. Lines are the critical component in sketching, or what we simply known as drawings. A drawing is made up of different lines and each line represents something. In order to make the drawing easier to read and understand, each kind of line is drawn with different styles and weights. Can you name the different lines in the drawing? What do you think do these lines represent and their uses in this drawing? Today, let us all discover together the alphabet of line. First on our list is the visible line, a thick line that represents the visible edges or outline of the object, also known as the object line. Next is the hidden line, a medium thick line composed of short dashes about 2 to 3 millimeters long with space between dashes about 1 to 2 millimeters wide. It represents the surface or edges that cannot be seen. We have the center line, a thin line consisting of 1 or 2 long dashes and short dash drawn alternately with a gap of at least 2 millimeters in between. It represents the axis or center of symmetrical shapes like a ball, washer, rectangular block, or a cube. Next on our list are the extension line and the dimension line. The extension line is a thin line that extends from the object in order to show dimension limits, while on the other hand, dimension line is a thin line with an arrowhead in one end used to indicate the measurements of the object. Now, these dimension line and extension lines are partners in every drawing. One will be useless in the absence of the other. Now, please take note again that extension line is an imaginary line that extends from the original object, and that is to show the dimension limits, while dimension line, on the other hand, is a line that shows the actual measurement of the object. Next is the leader line, a short inclined thin line with an arrowhead at the end and short horizontal line on the other end. The long break line, a medium thick line consisting of broken and straight lines drawn alternately. This is also known as the limiting line. This limits the length of an elongated object without changing the size of its view. The short break line, a thick line drawn in freehand to show details that a part has been cut off or broken out. Next on our list is the section line, a thin lines to show the surface that has been cut. They are spaced evenly at 45 degrees with a horizontal to make shaded effect. Then we have the phantom line, a thin line that shows positions of part of an object that moves, drawn by two short and one long dash. And lastly, we have the cutting plane line, a thick line used to indicate an imaginary cut-through of an object along the line, made up of two long dashes broken in one end with an arrowhead and two short dashes drawn in between the long dashes. Now let us try to evaluate figure 1. What do these broken lines represent for?
Hidden line.
Very good, it's a hidden line. And the thick line?
Visible line.
Perfect, it's the visible line. Now let us have figure number 2. What is the name of the line that is inclined 45 degrees to make a shaded effect?
Section line.
Very good, it's the section line. And how about the line that shows the actual measurement of the object?
Dimension line.
Perfect, it's the dimension line. And an imaginary line that extends from the original object.
Extension line.
Perfect, it's the extension line. Now let us have once again the sketch that we have shown earlier in this video. Can you identify now the different lines that is being presented in this drawing?
Phantom line.
Yes, we have the phantom line,
Hidden line.
the hidden line,
Center line.
and there goes our center line,
Visible line.
the visible line,
Short break line.
the short break line,
Section line.
our section line,
Extension line.
the extension line,
Dimension.
the dimension line,
Cutting plane line.
cutting plane line, and lastly,
Leader.
we have the leader line, of course. Very good, you're doing great. How does today's discussion affected your interpretation and the drawing that was presented earlier? Do you think it is easier for you now to read and interpret sketches? It is time now for our self-check. Prepare 1/4 sheet of paper and answer exercise number 1. Match column A where the names of lines are listed with column B where the symbols are presented. Write the letter of your choice only. You will be given 1 minute and 30 seconds to answer the said exercise. letter B. Number 2, letter E. Number 3, it's letter D. 4, letter C. And finally, 5 is letter A. What are your scores? Excellent! I think you are now ready to do our activity to develop your skill more about alphabet of lines. For your assignment, bring your drawing materials tomorrow for learning task number 2, activity number 9 entitled Alphabet of Lines. Finally, let me end our discussion with a thought for you to ponder upon. Being equipped with the knowledge in the alphabet of lines will enhance your skill to interpret sketches and drawings easily and accurately. I am Mrs. Rogeline Arvelas, your teacher for today. Please do not forget to click subscribe and hit our notification bell. It is for you to be notified always with our new incoming videos. Thank you for listening, everyone, and hope to see you in my next video.